What up? This is our second lesson on Firebase. In the last lesson, we learned how to get a user signed in. Basic stuff, we pressed the button, user was signed in, we saw some information, it was looking pretty good, felt good about that. Now, there's two main reasons why you want your user to sign into your website. One, you want to have some data that's associated with their name. Like when I sign into my Instagram, my photos show up. Not my mom's, not my wife's, not my cat's, my photos show up, right? So someone signs in, there's data associated with them. We'll get into that. The other reason you might want to have a sign in is maybe you don't need any data, but like you just need to like protect your website and only people who sign in like are allowed into the website. So let's say you had a super secret website. You would only want people who are signed in to be allowed access to the website. You know, think of like if you're a bank, you want people to have a username and they could only get into that site if they have like a username and a password. Then they can get into their account. I guess that's more personal data, whatever. Anyway, sometimes you want to protect your website from people getting in. So that's what we're going to be talking about today in today's lesson, how to protect your website from people who aren't signed in. So only people who are signed in will be able to access the website. It's pretty cool. That's what we're going to be working on. So we're really going to repeat a lot of the steps from last lesson. Kind of get the muscle memory going with this lesson, and then after that I'll show you how to like actually create the protections. So this is what we're starting with. This is our website. You'll see when we click it, nothing really happens. Maybe console logs the word hi, but yeah, we get highs. Now there's a second part of this website, right, that I've already made. We actually can add more than one like page. Like a lot of people have tried to make like more robust websites where you have like multiple pages. It's as simple as making another HTML file. So I just created a new file. I said like, and what I did was I created this thing called secret.html. This is a whole other page. So if I just go here, and right now I just go here and I type in secret.html, so the same website / secret.html, it'll take me to this second part, right? And the problem is anyone can go here. You just have to put in / secret.html. You're there. I don't want people to see this super secret content. I got to protect it. So what we want to do is make it so we are protecting this website, right, from people who aren't signed in. So let's get to it. Let's make things happen. All right. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Firebase again, as we did last time, and we're gonna like rerun what we did last time. So we're gonna get started. We are going to create a new project. We're going to enter your project name. So super secret website. You can call it whatever you want. That's just what I'm calling mine. I'm not going to keep the analytics on. Not a big deal. And then we just wait for it to create our project. Like right now, it's just like setting up. Since it's really setting up a database too, I think it's creating like a little place somewhere in the cloud for us to put our data. So somewhere in Idaho, it's like carving out a little space for us. It's a theory. I could be completely wrong. All right, here we are. So you might remember before we get started, we have to add in the Firebase libraries to our site. So you click this little icon right here where it says web, because we're making a web application. We'll call this super secret. Register our app. And by the way, if you remember all this stuff, just feel free to like go, skip, do what you gotta do. But if you don't, here we go. So you have to copy in all this information to add the Firebase library to your project. We have to do that in two places. We're going to need it in where we're signing in. So we're going to add it in over here. And not only are we going to add it in over here, but we have to do it for our secret because we'll be using Firebase here too. Here's where we'll actually check to see if someone signed in. So we need to add it to the right here underneath where it says add Firebase below. All right, I added that to both places. Great. So you might also remember that this adds the general Firebase information. We want to go here and we actually want to get the authentication specific part of Firebase. So we have to get the link for that, copy and paste it, go over there, and you got to add this to your project. Okay, let's add that below here. All right, and let's do that on secret.html. Remember, we're doing this in two places. All right, so Firebase is good to go. We've loaded in the Firebase library. We've given all our information about our information about our Firebase account. And now we can get going with actually starting with making our authentication. So we go authentication, and you might remember these steps too. You go to sign in method right here. We're going to go to Google. We're going to enable it. Once again, just put your email in here. And then we have to whitelist our domain, meaning it's okay if our domain has access to this Firebase database and authentication. So where do you get that? You got to go right here. So you actually have to like open up your web page. So like go to show, you get your web page, copy and paste that link, not like this one. You don't want that. You want this one. A lot of people were having questions about that. Add that in here. Add it in. All right. By the way, you can't add your name of your site. Can't add in a dash. This is for Steven Santos. He had like a little dash at the end of his thing. Can't do that. Don't put dashes there. Anyway, it should end in like a letter. Anyway, we whitelist it. That means we're good to go. We see it on our list. So that means it will accept. Like if someone tries to sign in from this website, it will work. If they try to sign in from other websites, it won't work. So that's all the setup we need to do. Oop, we got to save that. Don't forget to save. And now we are good to start signing in users. So here we go. The next part is, let's see, in our index HTML, right now, we don't actually have anyone signing in. We have to add the code that lets people sign in there. So we go to script.js, and right now we already made, like, we created a variable, we'll restore the button, we added an event listener, so when someone clicks, they're going to run this function called sign in. And then sign in is where we want to copy and paste that code that actually signs people in using Gmail. So remember, use Firebase documentation. Google that. I probably provided a link for you. Click on it. We're going to the web. Scroll down. We're going to authentication. We're going to web authentication. And then we're going to, by the way, if I'm going like super fast, like feel free to like pause, wait for me, catch up. Keep going. Okay, there's two things you need to copy and paste. First thing we're going to do is the provider. Right here on step 1, create an instance of the Google provider object. Copy and paste it there. All right, that's in our sign-in function. You got to do it inside, right underneath where it says console log hi. All right, scroll down a little bit. The next thing we need to do is this part. This is step 5. This is all the code that signs the user in. All right, so we go like that. And really, if you read this, it makes a lot of sense. Go to the Firebase, use the authentication function. We're going to run the function called sign in with pop-up. All right, and then what's going to do is two things. After the person signed in, either it was successful and you get yourself a user, or it's unsuccessful, like the person didn't get signed in and you have all these errors. All right, so what we're going to do here is this. Let's just test it out. Let's just make sure this works. So if it works, we're going to say console.log the user, and that will know that we signed in. And if it doesn't work, we'll say console.log error. So that's it. That's all we're doing for now. All right, so let's see if this works. Hopefully, if we've done everything right, the sign in button is correct. Let's see. Okay, the pop-up comes up. Great, and you see the user pops up here. Now this is not important right now because once the person signs in, I actually want to send them to like the super secret website. So how do we do that? One way to do it, and there's many ways, we can do window.location.replace. We're going to replace like where they are at that moment with like our new super secret website. So we're going to copy, go here, go to where your regular website is, copy and paste this like root URL, put it here, and then do /secret.html. So once that's like how you could arrive at the secret part of this. So if they successfully log in, right, it will send them to our super secret website. So let's try this again. Okay, I'm gonna sign in with this. Boom, we're at the super secret website. Now here's the problem with this though. Anyone can still get in. Like I signed in and sent me there, but like even if I'm not signed in, I can still go there. So the way you can check this is like, watch this. Go to users. You'll see that I'm actually signed in here. Go and like delete yourself. Just like you're not signed in anymore. That's a way like you can just take people out that way. So there's no longer the user. Now if I reload this site, it's still okay. I'm still here. Things are still working. That's bad. We don't want people seeing the super secret content. So we want to protect this. So what we're going to do is we're going to work in this secret.js file. Now, secret.js is the JavaScript file associated with our secret part of our website, secret.html. How do I know this? Well, let's see. If you look here, the script file that's linked is secret.js. So that is the file that's associated with this HTML page. Right now, what's happening is that when the window onloads, what it does is it runs a function called check user. So you might remember this, but window.onload just runs a function whenever the web page is loaded. All right, and the one right now is check user. So that means when someone goes to that website, it should just say console.log hi. So right here, you'll notice that it says hi. That's because we put that there. We said like, yo, you'll see when you go to this website, we go to /secret.html, yo pops up. Now, what we want to happen is when the user arrives at our website, we want to check to see if they are signed into our Firebase account. All right. The way you could do that is as follows. Come over here again, and it says manage users. And what they have is this function called get the currently signed in user. So if someone signed in, you could know who they are. So we're going to run this function. So this first one right here, grab this. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it for our check user. And so let's just read what's going on. Once again, it goes to Firebase and runs the authentication function. And it's saying on auth state changed. And what it's really doing is saying auth state means like, is the person, the state, like signed in or not signed in. So if the user is signed in, here's what we're going to do at first. We're just going to say alert. User is welcome to the secret website. Now, when they're not signed in, right? No user is signed in. That's when we want to just like send them somewhere else. Like we want to send them like back to the sign-in page, Disney.com, doesn't matter. But we can go like this. So window, and we're going to do the same thing. .location, .replace. And what we're going to do is we're going to send them back to the sign-in page right here. So right here with your sign-in page, copy and paste this link again, and put that in. So this is your sign-in page right here. So now I want you to see what's happening. So once again, I'm going to try to go to our website. I'm going to sign in. If I sign in, everything should good. I should get an alert. If I'm not signed in though, it should kick me back to the original sign-in page, right? So I'm now actually protecting my website. So let's give this a shot. I sign in. Okay. Let's sign in my web thing. Okay. Welcome to Super Secret Website. The alert popped up. Great, I'm in. Super sick. Now watch what happens once again when I delete myself from this web page. So let's see, if I reload this, you'll see like once again I'm signed in. Great. I'm going to delete myself here. All right, so I'm no longer signed in to Firebase. Now I'm going to try to reload this page. Boom, sends me back. You could try this. Watch. Try to just type in. Hold on, I'm going to show you. Whenever I try to type in /secret.html, see how it loaded for a second, but then when it checked, it's like, now you got to get out. So we'll try it one more time. /secret.html, boom, you're out. Part of this is once someone's signed in, it's usually you get like a personalized message like welcome so-and-so, or you get to see like, I don't know, your picture of like when you sign in. So let's add that in. Let's take out that stupid alert. Those are so corny. So we're going to say, I can add a query selector. I'm going to say hashtag welcome dot inner HTML. I'm going to set that equal to plus equal user, which is that user object that you get back, dot display name. Oh my gosh, can't type. Now, why did I say like hashtag welcome? Just to be clear, that's because right here, this H1 has an ID of welcome. So I want to say like welcome and that person's name. And this thing is I want their like image to show up too. So I'm going to add that right here. So there's this image right here that I left. That's usually where the logo goes. We're going to put the user, like their little like display icon there. Let's just copy and paste this. We're going to do this the lazy man's way. Oops. No. Oh gosh, that is terrible. So we're going to say now welcome, but we'll say user pic. That's the ID of that picture. We're going to say not .innerHTML.src. We're going to change the source of it. Take away that plus sign right there. And we'll say user.photo URL. And now check this out when we sign in. Look what happens. Go. Bam. Check it out. Boom. Welcome, Benjamin Siegel. That's me. And it has my little icon right there.